Hey guys! I decided to do a makeup look using the BH Cosmetics Eyes on the 60s palette. I got so many compliments on Snapchat, so many compliments in person when I was out. So if you want to see how I achieve this really awesome but affordable look, stay tuned. So easy to do.
I am starting out by prepping my skin with my MAC Prep and Prime, and I am squeezing every last drop out of this little sample. Girl, the struggle is so real. I skipped my brows for this video because I just uploaded a new brow video to my channel, so make sure you guys check that out. And now I'm prepping my eyelids with my LORAC eyeshadow primer. Now for the star of the show, the BH Cosmetics Eyes on the 60s palette. I'm mixing these two top left shadows for my brow highlight. So at the time of filming this, I did not know that BH Cosmetics had discontinued this palette, so I'm so sorry, but you can still purchase this palette on sites like Amazon, eBay, if you really want it. For my transition shade, I am using my MAC eyeshadow in Bamboo. You know, this is my go-to, but this is the only shade that I did not use from the BH Cosmetics Eyes on the 60s palette. Everything else going forward will be from that palette. Now going back in with my Eyes on the 60s palette, I'm going into that second row, second shadow from the right, and putting that into my crease. And back in the second row, first shadow from the right, I am using that deeper brown to just add more depth to my crease. And I'm going back in with that same brush that I used for my transition shade and just using it to kind of just buff the eyeshadows together. Now for the fun part, I'm taking my MAC Pro Paint Stick in Pure White and I'm using that to carve out my eyelid. Into my Eyes on the 60s palette, I'm going into the very last row, third eyeshadow from the right, and packing that deep green all over my eyelid. So going back into the very last row and the first eyeshadow from the right, I'm blending that black right into my crease. Now I'm taking my MAC glitter in the shade Reflex Bronze and I'm applying that to the inner corner of my eyelid. For my foundation, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC25 and I'm applying that all over my face. Concealer, I'm using my LORAC POREFECTION concealer in the shade Light and using that as my highlight. To set my concealer, I'm using my COVERGIRL loose setting powder in the shade 110. To set my liquid foundation, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC30. my lower lash line, I'm going into the very last row, third eyeshadow from the left, and applying that light green. Next, I'll be going in with that brown in the second row, second shadow from the right, and then going right into my waterline using my Sephora kohl liner in Intense Black. For my winged liner, I'll be using my MAC gel liner in the shade Black Track. For my mascara, I'll be using my L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes and applying my Broadway Wispy lashes on top of that. To contour my face, I'll be taking my MAC bronzer in the shade Matte Bronze.
Now I'm taking my NYX lip liner in the shade Nutmeg. Now I'm taking my MAC Myth lipstick. Now I'm going to take my Germain lipstick by MAC and just put a little bit of that on. Now I'm taking my NYX gloss in the shade Sugar Pie and I'm going to apply this all over. Now I'll be applying my Victoria's Secret blush in the shade Fame and applying that to my cheeks. Now I'm taking my Mercier highlight in the shade Candlelight and I'm going to apply that to my cheekbones, the highest point of my cheekbones. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you all's time, and there's so many channels out there that you could be watching, but yet you're here on my channel hanging out with me, and for that you're genuinely appreciated and I can't thank you enough. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also feel free to share this video if you learned something, if you liked it.
Yeah, I'm about to show you guys how to prank a makeup artist.
Get your goofy ass.
Is he so cruel, Papa?
Alright, come on, you down or what? No!